Newton's first law of motion. In the previous session, you learned that force causes motion. More correctly, we can say that an unbalanced force causes motion. When the forces are balanced, that is, net force is zero, a stationary object remains at rest. A moving object continues to move at the same speed and in the same direction. When the forces are balanced, that means when the net force acting on an object is zero, the stationary object remains at rest, while a moving object continues to move at the same speed and also in the same direction. What about if the forces are unbalanced? If the forces are unbalanced, the object may change its state. That is, it may change its state from rest to motion or from motion to rest. It can also change its speed or direction of motion. And the direction of motion will be in the direction of the net force. In this session, we will study about the relation between force and motion. The relation between force and motion is studied by Galileo. By observing the motion of objects on an inclined plane, Galileo concluded that objects move with constant speed when no external forces act on them. Let's study about the experiments conducted by Galileo. Galileo observed that when a marble rolls down an inclined plane, its speed increases. This is due to the unbalanced force of gravity. He observed that when an object is moved up on an inclined plane, its speed decreases. When an object is moving on a horizontal plane, there should be no acceleration or retardation. If the object is moving on a horizontal plane, there should be no acceleration or retardation. And this is possible if there is no external force or frictional force. In an ideal situation, there is no acceleration or retardation. Galileo conducted another experiment by using a double inclined plane. In this experiment, two inclined planes were arranged facing each other. Galileo observed that when a marble is released from one inclined plane, it rolls down and climbs up the other inclined plane. It almost reaches the same height, but not completely. This is because of friction. If friction is reduced, or if a condition or state is reached when there is no friction, the final height of the object is the same as that of the initial height. When the angle of inclination of the right side plane is gradually decreased, the marble traveled more distances to reach the original height. Galileo decreased the angle of inclination of the second plane, and when he released the marble, he found that marble traveled more distances to reach the same height from where it is released. When the slope of the right side plane is made 0, that is, the second plane is made horizontal, the marble traveled an infinite distance in the ideal situation, that is, when there is no friction. The marble would continue to travel forever, trying to reach the same height that it was released from. The unbalanced forces on the marble in this case are 0. This indicates that an unbalanced force or external force is required to change the motion of the marble or of any object. In practical situations, it is difficult to achieve a 0 unbalanced force because there is frictional force which acts opposite to the direction of motion, or frictional force opposes motion. What is friction? You know that friction is the force generated by two surfaces that contacts and slide against each other. Or we can say that the external force that opposes relative motion between two surfaces in contact is friction. If there is no friction or resistance, a moving object will continue to move with the same velocity and in the same direction. For example, an artificial satellite revolving around the Earth moves with a constant speed along a fixed orbit. If its orbit is to be changed, booster rockets are sent, which changes its direction and speed. Galileo called this tendency of objects to continue in their state of rest or in motion as inertia. He said that an object in a state of motion possesses an inertia that causes it to remain in that state of motion unless an external force acts on it. Sir Isaac Newton studied the ideas of Galileo and presented three laws which govern the motion of objects. These laws are known as Newton's laws of motion. Let's study the first law of motion. Newton's first law of motion states that an object will remain at rest or continue to move at a constant speed in a specified direction unless an external force acts on it. There are two aspects in this law. The first part of the law states that an object at rest will remain at rest unless an external force is applied on it. Let's understand it with the help of an example. Consider a book which is at rest on a table. The book continues to remain in its state of rest for infinite time. An external force has to be applied on it to make it move. If no external force or unbalanced force is acting on it, the book will remain at rest for an infinite period of time. Second part of the law is regarding an object which is in motion. An object in motion will move at a constant speed and in a fixed direction unless an external force is applied on it. This part of the law seems to be contrary to our everyday experience. We know that a rolling ball comes to rest on a rough ground. This is because of the force of friction. The ball moves through a larger distance on a smooth floor where friction is less. If the friction were zero, the ball would continue its motion forever in the same direction. It is evident from the fact that an artificial satellite revolving around the Earth moves with a constant speed along a fixed orbit. This is because there is no air resistance. There is no opposing force. The unbalanced force is zero. Newton's first law defines inertia. So, it is also known as the law of inertia. The term inertia was used by Galileo. What is meant by inertia? Inertia is a property or tendency of every object to resist any change in its state of rest or of uniform motion. All objects have the tendency to remain or to continue in their state of motion. An object which is at rest wants to remain in that state. At the same time, a moving object has the tendency to remain in motion. And this tendency is referred as inertia. Inertia is measured by the mass of an object. The heavier the object, the greater will be its inertia.